Welcome to Comic Power. I am your host, Comic Killer 72. Today we're doing a new segment called the Quick Flip. In comic book investing terminology, the quick flip normally means you have something for a very short period of time that you sell for a profit and had no intention of holding it for the long term. At my channel, I'm going to incorporate the phrase quick flip and make it mean real down and dirty, real fast information about this channel and other comic book news. And today we're going to do it in 8 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, now that you understand, let's go ahead and get right into it. First up is news about what Sony plans to do with the Spider-Man universe. They're going to officially call it the obvious Sony's universe of Marvel characters. Just remember that Marvel partnered with Sony, who owns the movie rights to Spider-Man and his whole rogues gallery and his whole complete universe, everything except for the Kingpin. So Sony is very ambitious about creating a big MCU-like universe based on the Spider-Man universe that they own. Well, the movies that are in production and are coming out soon are, of course, Venom, which comes out later this year, and then 2019 we're going to get Spider-Man Far From Home. Of course, those are going to be the big A-list characters that they're starting with, but they're also going to spin off with Morbius the Living Vampire, Black Cat, and Silver Sable. And in casting confirmation news, Jared Leto has already been cast to play the lead character in the Morbius project. It was really split on his performance as the Joker. People either loved him or they hated him. There was no in between on that. Personally, I liked it. He was barely in the movie, maybe about 10 minutes. They didn't give him enough chance to do anything anyway. The Suicide Squad is such an uneven movie. I think that Leto is the new Johnny Depp. He's that guy that plays these creepy type of weird characters. And you can't get any more weird than Morbius the Living Vampire. This character made his first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 101. I expect for the value to come up on this once we see what Morbius looks like and if the movie is great, of course. Which brings us to Black Cat. She's always been that anti-hero who's either been a foe or friend of Spider-Man and his love interest who's always trying to corrupt him. Think of her as what Catwoman is to Batman and what Elektra is to Daredevil. And is she a direct ripoff of Catwoman? Yes. But it don't matter, we like it anyway, especially when she tries to corrupt him, and this Jason Scott Campbell cover is classic. This character made her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 194 in 1979. This character, also known as Felecia Hardy, has not been cast in live action yet, but if I had my choice, I would pick Brooklyn Decker, a model actress who definitely fits the part. I can see this, couldn't you? As I mentioned, there is a potential project for Silver Sable, who's not quite as known, but still a very interesting character. She's a mercenary that predates all the other mercenaries like Deadpool and Domino, etc. This character made her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 265 during Peter Parker's black suit era. This character also has not been cast, but if I had my choice, I would pick Jessie Camacho. She's not very well known, but I like everything she's been in. I'll put a link in the description for both her and Brooklyn. I chose actresses that were in their early 30s. They are much older than Tom Holland. I think it works better if they're seasoned veterans and a little bit older than him, which makes it more interesting in terms of plot. As for Jackpot, I have no idea what they want to do this film. No one's heard of this character. But future films with Silk, Spider-Gwen, and Miles Morales would be interesting. So what do you think about Jared Leto's casting, and what do you think about my casting choices for Silver Sable and Black Cat? Be sure to speak up in the comment section. So you know what's next. Next up is the speculation pick of the week. There's a lot of great books coming out this week, but my pick of the week for August 15th, 2018 is going to be Volition #1 from Aftershock Comics. This takes place in the distant future where artificial intelligence are considered second-class citizens, and a virus called Rust rises and threatens to wipe out all artificial intelligence. I like cover B better because it focuses on the main characters, Hale-19 and Ember-7T. Aftershock is a new company that was founded in 2015. They are similar to Image at that all the characters of these creators are owned by the creator. Their watershed hit so far has been Animosity, a dystopian future where animals come awake and take revenge against their former slave masters, which are humans. And it's been recently optioned for a movie. They haven't sold a lot of comics at Aftershock, but they have been getting critical acclaim. And Volition definitely looks like it's worth your time. I will be picking this up. The runner-up is going to be Crowded #1 from Image Comics. This is about a not-so-distant future where everything runs on apps. There's a crowdfunding app called Reaper, which funds assassinations. And a woman who's done nothing to anybody, for some reason, is the target of one of these assassinations. So she has to go to an app called Defender, and she buys the services of a bodyguard out there. I like that premise. It sounds potentially hilarious, but I think it should be a mini-series because I can't see this going too too far. It's a hilarious but limited plot that has to come to a conclusion very soon. A honorable mention goes to Pearl, #1 from DC Comics. This is from the Jinx World imprint, which is owned by Brian Michael Bendis. He got famous over at Marvel for creating Jessica Jones, Miles Morales, and Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. He defected over to DC in an exclusive deal with them. He took over writing Superman this year, which has been met with mixed reviews. I'm sure Michael's a nice guy, but doesn't he look kind of creepy to you? Like he has bodies in his basement or something. Anyway, he's going to team up with his original artist on Jessica Jones back in the Alias days. This is the story of a tattoo artist who's going to get caught up in the assassination game. What's up with that? Is it all about assassinations today? Brian, of course, has been very successful in creating minority characters, young characters, and female characters. As the comic buying public becomes more diverse, these are essential markets that they have to capture, and Brian has been very good at this. And DC wants some of that magic. Let's see if lightning can strike 4 times. That brings us to Over Under. This is the section of the program where I pick a book I think is overvalued and another book I think is undervalued. We're going to stick to the Bronze Age, and we're going to go with Green Lantern. Is in the Green Lantern universe, which is one of the most diverse in terms of characters because anyone can be a Green Lantern. All you have to do is be worthy. As a Green Lantern, you have a lot of power, but at the end of the day, you're a space cop. The overvalue is going to be Green Lantern #76 from 1970. This is the first Bronze Age book, and it's the first team up of Green Lantern and Green Arrow. When I say team up, I mean co-headlining a title. It will say Green Lantern, Green Arrow going forward. This book at 9.8 is valued at $30,000. I think it's very important, but I don't think it's worth that type of cash. During their run, they handled a lot of political, real-world issues. Green Lantern was like the straight guy. He represented the conservatives, like the Republicans. In contrast, Green Arrow was more of a liberal and represented the Democrats. This run is very important to comic book history, but not $30,000 type history. The undervalue is going to be Green Lantern #87 from 1971. This is the first appearance of John Stewart Green Lantern, and he's the first black superhero at DC Comics. And it's hugely undervalued at only $2,800. It's got too much going on for it to be so cheap overall. John Stewart has been a very popular character for a very long time, and for some people, he is their Green Lantern from that animated series with Justice League. We're going to act like that Hal Jordan Green Lantern starring Ryan Reynolds movie was never made. They're going to do a Green Lantern Corps, which is going to be overseen by Jeff Johns in the future. And of course, John Stewart's going to be a key character, so the value of this book is going to go up when we see that. If I had my choice on who to play John Stewart, it would be Trey Byers. He plays the oldest son in the hit TV show Empire on Fox. Please hit up the comment section and let me know who you think would be a good John Stewart. And do you agree or disagree with my pick? This guy looks like a superhero. It's way past time for him to play one. You know the drill. Subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it on social media so others can learn about comic power. Once again, thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. It only gets better from here.